afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our lunchtime parent cafe. I hope you all have your lunches are and settled in to receive some great information. Today we have the pleasure of hearing from our very own Lakeisha Alford. Lakeisha Alford is the First Step Coordinator for Augusta Partnership for Children under the Georgia Department of Health. She helps connect pregnant women and families with children up to the age of 5 to community resources. She is also responsible for referring families to the Parents as Teachers program. As the First Steps Coordinator, she is challenged to build community partners and resources that focus on helping to build the dynamics of the family through maternal health, school readiness, and economic self-sufficiency. So I won't be before you much longer because here is Miss Lakeisha Alford.
Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here talking to you guys about First Steps and Parents as Teachers program. I like to do things differently because I know a lot of people have agendas, but I really just want to talk to you guys about what First Steps is, how it changes the scope of community involvement, and also what Parents as Teachers is and how it helps families build efficacy. A little bit about myself. Yes, I am a great and excited member of Augusta Partnership for Children. Been with the partnership since 2019, just before COVID hit. But a little bit about me, I also have worked in different capacities in the community since 2011, which also included being a part of the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Initiative in 2015, and also being a part of what was called the We Are Change initiative that took place in 2011. And in those partnerships and in those experiences, I learned that there are a lot of community involvement, but a lot of people don't know about these community programs that may affect them in their lives. So the unique thing about First Steps is a parenting support services for families who are expecting or pregnant moms, or people who have, or families that have children up to the age of 5. So we're looking at pregnant moms all the way up to right at kindergarten, 5 years old. And what we do is we connect families with resources through a referral service. Basically, what First Steps do is I connect families by doing a basic referral. I talk to you, I see what your family may be in need of, see what your family dynamics is. Families are all different, and every family need or participate in so many different programs within the community. And through active talking and active involvement, I glean from what that family may need, and I connect them with different resources. Hey, I see that you have a 2-year-old that is wanting to get into reading and love and making sure they're doing different things. But you also have maybe a 10-year-old that also may need tutoring, or here's where free tutoring is. This is how you can get some resources for that. So we just don't look at the one child or the child that's under 5. We also look at the family dynamics. And from that family dynamics, and we tailor make a resource list for families. So basically, a lot of topics. Let's just say we have a mom that's pregnant and first time mom. She may not know that there are a lot of resources out there. The first thing we think about is WIC. Another thing that we think about is health insurance, Medicaid. Yes, we connect them with them. We show them different areas and avenues to get them to those resources. A lot of times it is through connecting you with either a phone number, a person, or agency. We partner with different agencies throughout the state. The unique thing about First Steps is it's just not for Richmond County or even the CSRA. Any family that lives in the state of Georgia and have children, pregnant women up to 5, can contact me and we can do resource. So we have a brand new family. Let's just say they're coming in from Fort Gordon and they have absolutely no idea where we can find family resources, or they don't know where the library is or what programs that are available for their young family. First Steps can glean that and say, okay, hey, here's where the library is. These are some of the programs that goes on in the library. This is the person you can talk to. Here's the number to the school system. And then we may have families that are leaving the area and maybe going to a different area in Georgia. Let's just say they're headed to Atlanta, Fulton County, Gwinnett County, wherever, and we still can connect them to different resources to where they're going. It's a great program because it looks at your family advocacy, how you see your family, what you want from your family, and how we can partner with you to give you some of those resources. Everybody don't know where everything is. Everybody's not from here. So the great thing about First Steps is that we can connect those families. Another thing that First Steps do that is pertaining to Augusta Partnership is we have Parents as Teachers. Parents as Teachers is actually it is my absolute favorite parenting support program. This is a curriculum that focuses on parent and child interaction. Fun fact, most kids or all children learn most in the first 5 years of their life at home. That means through interaction, verbal and as well as nonverbal cues those children pick up. From the moment they're born through interaction, your child is learning. So believe it or not, we as parents who have children, at those first few years of their lives, they're learned, and everything that they learn comes through us. And then the school system comes in. The great thing about Parents as Teachers is that this is an evidence-based program, okay? That means that it has been vetted. It means that we have had trained and educated parent educators that work with the parent through different means, and 4 ways we work with parents. We do home visits, and I'll discuss that in just a minute. We also have group connections, and we have resource networking and child screening. So basically, home visits is we're just going to come in and we're going to say, hey, parent-child interaction, we do whatever that child level is on. So if you have a pregnant mom, baby hasn't come yet, we do the curriculum, and I must say that the curriculum is actually tailor-made for each family. Every family is different, not one family is the same. The unique thing about Parents as Teachers is, again, with your parent educator, parent and child, they develop a program that's unique for each and every parent, each and every situation, each and every family. So through parent-child interaction, we meet with you usually once or twice a month. And what we do is we develop a plan or a program that's going to be uniquely yours that you work with child. The unique thing about Parents as Teachers, we don't tell you how to raise your kids. It's a program to help you become we're the facilitators. The program help you become that teacher to the child. Most people don't know that when we're talking and we're using our hands and babies learning, babies using words, and they're taking all of those words and they're taking them all in. So through child-parent interaction, those home visits, we see how the child is developing. Group connections, of course, everybody always have that one person I can call and say, hey, what is this? What happens if baby does this? Or what happens if baby does that? Well, basically, it's simply group connections get all of our families together. And usually we usually have a someone to come in. It's usually a professional of some sort. A lot of times it's play interaction with child. But group connections get all our parents together. It gives them a break sometimes because we get to be in the same room. Right now with COVID, we're doing everything virtually, unfortunately, but we do know that we're going to at some point get back to those in-person group connection. But it gives families opportunity to interact with each other. Also, it gives them a free time to learn some things. Again, sometimes we'll have a speaker come in. Most of the times we'll have a speaker come in, or we're learning something, or we're doing a craft together, or we're basically getting information. The group connections are really, really cool because it sometimes gives parents who most of the time when you got a 2-year-old and you may be pregnant, or you have a 4-year-old that's excited, and it gives them a moment to kind of run around and parents a moment of a break. And then you have resource networking. Basically, again, if you have questions about different things, or hey, what does this mean? What does that? We bring people in. We're bringing people in the community. We're bringing people in from all over, and a lot of times it's just helping parents, giving them resources. I like to bring up the library because even when my children who are much older now, when they were younger, the library was a main source for us. And the library, the Augusta Library, has a lot of branches, and they also have a lot of programs that are geared towards children, pregnant women, and even preschoolers before they get there. So they have a lot of free programs. So those are some of the resource and networks that we do together. And then we do child screening. In the curriculum, there are benchmarks. There are different points in a child's life to make sure that they are developing and meeting those goals. Just like when you go to the doctor's office, the doctor want to check your ears, check your eyes, make sure your height and weight is good. When you meet with your parent educator, as the child develops and grows, we want to make sure that they're meeting their benchmarks, that they're at those levels, and it gives them opportunity, and they do it through screening, that the same exact screening that is used at the doctor's office. We do that so that if there's something there that we may notice with your parent educator that the child may not be making eye contact, or certain things they are not really getting to, or if the parent has a concern, I notice that he's not picking up or he's not using words, we can partner with send them to, or refer them to, for additional screening. We can catch those early. If there is something there, the parent would know ahead of time, and then that would give them the opportunity to get treatment. A big thing is, catching different diagnosis early. And we do that through screening. And one of the screenings, we don't diagnose, we refer, but we use the screening as a tool to say, hey, there may be something there that we want to take a closer look at. And that's what Parents as Teachers does. Cool thing about Parents as Teachers is that it's a long-term parenting support program. We want the partnership. Our goal is to be with you until your child reaches 5 years old. That means if we have a pregnant mom that comes in, we're going to hang out with that mom. We're going to make sure that they're meeting goals, make sure the baby's growing and developing, making sure building on the family efficacy. What are the goals of the family? What are the goals of the mom and dad? What are the goals of the family in 5 years? We want to stay with that family as they grow and develop, as the child grows and develop, until that child gets into kindergarten. A lot of times parenting support programs only last a few weeks, or when the mom's pregnant. Parents as Teachers, it builds on the idea that, listen, things happen in life. Sometimes a family may run into crises. They may lose a job, or we may have a teen mom that may have school problems. And we can come in and kind of partner with some other agencies to say, how can we help to get this family out of crises. Currently, a little bit about our parent educators. We have 6, I believe, and each of them are assigned a parent. Each of them have a group of parents that they work with. And a lot of these friendships and a lot of these partnerships really grow and develop because now you have family. They're gleaning from you, but they're also beginning to trust and build a trust that they're wanting something more. Say, for instance, we do have a teen mom, and that teen mom does want to go to college, or that teen mom does want to finish school, or that teen mom does want to get a job. How can we help build goals and set those goals for that team to let them know, hey, you still can reach all of your goals, and this is how we can do it. Let's sit and make a plan. Let's sit and do some working together to see what we can do to help you meet and reach your goals while you're still doing your parenting, child and parent interaction. There is no age limit. There is no financial cap. Anybody that has a child, ages, pregnant women, parents as teachers goes up to the age of 3. And the reason it goes to 3 is only because we want parents to, we want to have at least 2 years with you. So if the child is 3 or if the child is 4, we can't guarantee 2 years. So the cool thing about it is anybody can get in it, rich, poor, black, white, it doesn't matter. If you have a child, it could be auntie, it could be uncle, it could be grandmother. But we work with different agencies, including the Georgia Kinsman Care, which is through the state. So we work with just anybody who has a child that's in that age range can get into parents as teachers. So I said a lot. The cool thing is first steps. If say, for instance, you have it, you just want to get some information, you don't necessarily want parents as teachers, you still can get a first step screening. You can, and if you want to get into parents as teachers, it's a simple call to me, and I'll get you guys my information where I can be reached. Right now, we are working from home. However, I am always available through my work number. You can call the office. All of I will get all of the messages will come to me. But if you wanted to call me directly, I'll make sure that that information is got to you. You can email me, you can call me, and we can get you signed up. Or we can do a screening. First step screenings usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the family need. And if you know someone that may need assistance or need to find assistance in certain areas and they meet the requirements, pass that information along, because there's so many great resources in Richmond County that a lot of parents just don't know about. I'm excited to have this platform. I appreciate Patrice and Kevin allow me to come in and just tell you guys about it, that there are a lot of great programs. Call me, let's talk, let's do a resource, and I can get you connected to those programs, so that even if you have a teenager that just needs after school care or tutoring or anything like that, if you have a family that has special needs, we can help. We can get you to connect you to those resources. So with that said, I said a whole lot. I hope that if you guys have questions, I guess I'll give you guys a minute to answer any questions that you may have, but that's pretty much it.
All right, Lakeisha. Yes, that you shared a plethora of information, which was very beneficial. I myself needs to contact you
Yes.
in reference to a couple of things that you just said at the end of it. And so I heard you say about a referral process. How do they go about? I know that you said they can reach you directly, but what if somebody's not on this live right now and they're not in tune with Augusta Partnerships right now? How can they where do they even go to become a referral to come to you, basically?
It's two ways. Right now you can call me. I think I probably need to give you guys my number. I didn't think about that, but I'll make sure I get your contact information to you. Call me because that's the best way right now. Yeah, and you can email. Thank you. My email address is up there. You can email me. The number that you'll get, and it's 706-833-0069. That is my work cell. Even if you have, I'm okay with texting. You can text me and we can talk text. But because sometimes we have young people that can do that. You can email me. For sure, I'll get back with you. Usually same day because I'm on my cell phone. I'm on my email. So I'm that's the best way. We have in the past, we have been at different locations and we're slowly getting back out there. So sometimes you can catch me at different places and we can do them. But because it's case sensitive, I like to talk to you one-on-one. Let's talk about some things that may not want to have out a conversation out. So that's why I say, call me, let's talk. I can email you stuff. I can get to you. I can bring you things. We've had families that just needed diapers, and we had some of those online. So we were able to get those to the family. So that's the best way.
Okay, cool beans. And then I know that this is spur of the moment, but I've heard success stories that you have spoken about from the benefits of the program. If you know one right off the top of your head, because, sometimes people hear, like you described a whole bunch of great information,
Mhm.
but, sometimes people need to know like, okay, well, somebody has gone through this and it is a success story that came from this. So do you have something off the top of your head right now
I
that you can share?
do. I do. See, and it's interesting because a lot of people say, well, let's bring it home. I'm bringing it home to you. My daughter, who's 22, she just had her first baby, my first grandbaby. I love her to death. And she calls my mom, what about this? What about that? What about this? And so she enrolled in the program. I wanted her to be in the program because she's like, well, at first she was hesitant. Mom, I don't need it because I got you. And I'm like, yeah, you got me, but you need someone that will be able to help you with X, Y, and Z that mama may not know everything. Mama don't know everything. I'm old school, but the cool thing is when you have, I always say when you got that auntie, you can reach out to them and ask questions. I noticed this type, is this normal? Is this something that I need to be concerned about? And so my daughter, and she loves it now. She has actually attended a lot of the group connections, and she is working very closely with her parent educator, and they have she has said, well, I'm gonna call Donna and ask her this, and I'm like, that's great. So now she's comfortable. And another one was, we do have a family, if I'm not mistaken, that is getting ready or getting to a point where they are looking at buying a house. That was one of their goals. That was one of their family goals. And when they came into the program, if I'm not mistaken, they were on in housing. So now they're at a point where they, through the program and with a lot of assistance, a lot of help, and a lot of hard work, one of their goals was to begin to buy a house. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they began that process, or they're really getting to the door of owning their own home. So you have somebody that went from that, their goal was to at one point be self-contained, have their own place, and that's becoming possible for them.
Right. And that's amazing. So I guess we can all in all say, yes, it's a First Steps program and Parents as Teachers program for, from birth to up to 5 years old. But what it sounds like as well is that it's kind of like a mentorship program for the parents, for the adults that's within it as well. Not as so much as, being all in the business, but like you said, helping them get to a point to where now they're buying a home. And now, like your daughter, she's thinking about contacting her, her person about different things. So it benefits, and I believe it's always beautiful when the child benefits as well as the parent benefits, because they are a unit. So it doesn't help just the child to get the assistance, and the parent
Absolutely.
grow as well. So when they're able to grow together, I think that's a beautiful thing. And y'all are doing such an amazing job. And I feel honored to be able to hear more and in depth about the program. Because yes, we work together, but I, never knew the depth in which you all go in order
Right.
to, get to our kids and the parents and everything, and make them be one solid unit foundation. And so that is amazing. So
Right.
thank you
And we
for
do
sharing.
build family self-efficacy.
Mhm.
Again, what are your goals? What do you want to do? Those are some of the questions that we're asking in the assessments with the parents as teachers. They are building bonds, and they're also building families, because as a strong unit, that child also benefits, but the whole entire family benefits. And that's parents as teachers in a nutshell. You hit it right on the head, Patrice.
Yes. Awesome. And somebody just said amazing program for the community. So probably from this call, you're going to be getting a lot of calls and emails.
Call me.
A lot of calls and emails. And so if no one else has any more questions, then we thank you, Ms. Lakeisha, for taking the time out to come up and share the magnitude of the program that y'all are providing for the community. And y'all are very much appreciated. So thank you again for your works.
Thank you guys for having me. I thank you so much. Call me.
Okay. And we all right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.